The holiday season is very different for everyone this year. And this week, my message is really geared towards humanity and specifically those who've had some major challenges hit them this year. I'm Troy Ryerson, Business Development Director here at HSF Affiliates. And as we know, the real estate industry has been blessed as buyers and sellers have been frantic to move with the ever-changing environment that we're faced with today. And because of this, a lot of negative that's going on around us can be fairly easily dismissed. Yes, brokers and agents have had to make some adjustments, and I'm not sugarcoating that. There have been specific protocols in different cities, counties, and states that we've all had to follow. And yet everyone is still appearing to have their best year to date. And that's fantastic. It's worth celebrating. However, there are many people in our country and world who are not having their best year to date. And first and foremost, I'm not doing this video to be a Debbie Downer. I'm doing this just to shed some light that many are struggling right now. Some are struggling financially, some are struggling mentally, and many are struggling with their health. In fact, over the last few days, nearly everyone I've spoken with either knows multiple people or have been affected by the pandemic, or having lost friends or family members to it. And or maybe even they have been hit with COVID. And over the last few weeks, I have personally experienced the ugly side of this pandemic. Now, I've known some folks that have gone through this, and typically they got out of it pretty quickly. One very good friend of mine here in the Las Vegas area ended up in the hospital in ICU for about 4 days, but he got through it, 100% recovered as well. But most recently, my best friend was hit with COVID just prior to Thanksgiving, and he's now been in the hospital for 3 weeks. And as of about, I'll back up a little bit. So during that time, there were some small signs of recovery, but the tremendous amount of anxiety due to the lack of oxygen that he's able to get, even on machines, has created quite a problem for his body, fighting too hard. And as of 3 a.m. today, they put him on a ventilator. And this is someone I consider to be my brother. We've been best friends. I've known this guy since kindergarten. And I typically talk to this gentleman 3 to 4 times a week, if not more, as a matter of fact. And right now it's tough to see. Prior to going on the ventilator and being sedated, he barely had the energy to text me. So it was it's just been a really interesting time with this pandemic, to say the least. So now I'm not telling you that for sympathy. I'm simply bringing the reality of loss, stress, as well as mental and physical anguish. I just want to bring all this to the forefront. If you or your family members or friends are struggling with this disease, my heart goes out to you, to each and every one of you, given the random nature of the effects of COVID. And I'm certain this will not be one of the most popular videos that I have put out. However, it is one that's very, very important to me as we consider and empathize with what our society and our culture is going through right now. So my point is, the holidays are typically a very happy time for most, especially in our industry, as you get to take a little breather. And I'm going to challenge each of you to cherish this, as you've earned this time, and it's important to recharge. But with that, I would also ask that you go out of your way to do something extraordinary for someone who may be struggling. It could be a family member, it could be a friend, it could be a complete stranger. There's so many people that are just in need of a blessing. At the very least, maybe send them a note, say a prayer for them, send them a text, give them a phone call, or if so inclined, give them some of your time. Perhaps there's a financial donation that could be needed. For me personally, highly focused on my family, keeping them safe and healthy, which includes Greg and his entire family with everything they're going through right now, as well as my neighbors and strangers as well. It's so important that we just open our heart to others and let them feel some of what we have had the blessing of feeling this year. And the interesting piece is not only will it help them, it will help you. Nothing feels better than serving others. And with that, I will leave you with this. And it's the 3 levels of happiness that we experience. Number 1 is short term. It's a quick pleasure. It's like eating a bite of chocolate, having a glass of your favorite wine if you're a wine drinker, maybe eating a favorite food. And obviously this doesn't all have to be food related. They're just things that I thought about. But they're quick and they vanish quickly as well. Number 2 is a little longer term. So when you're doing something you love to do and you're kind of in that zone, maybe you're hiking or golfing or camping or surfing or spending time with family, or whatever it is that you love to do will supply you with a high level of happiness. However, it's not all that long-lived either. And typically you enjoy it right in that moment and you build a few memories that you can grasp onto later as well, but they'll tend to dwindle until you do that again. Number 3, and this is a lasting impression and a lasting feeling that you get to hold on to, and it's service to others. Holding a door for someone, helping someone with a problem that they have, aiding in building someone's business, donating your time to help, and believe it or not, even helping someone find their dream home. And not to be too self-serving there, but you are creating a path for someone else's happiness. And when you see that and feel that, it will increase your level of happiness and it will stay with you for a longer period of time. So serving others, if I can leave on any note, it's serving others. And let me just finish by saying I appreciate you all so very much for watching this video in its entirety. I truly hope there's some value in here for you and your family and your friends and anyone that you interact with. And again, I just thank you again and wish you an incredible holiday season. I'm Troy Ryerson, Business Development Director at HSF Affiliates. And from my family to yours, have a very happy holiday. Bye for now.